Dude, I'm pressing the parry button. What the? That was so quick. It was so quick. How am I not parrying that? Ghost of Yotei is an incredible game, but I made a terrible mistake. I decided to earn the platinum trophy on lethal difficulty, where just 1 or 2 hits instantly kills you. I don't know why I did this. There's no trophy for lethal difficulty, but this choice haunted me for 45 hours of playtime. Plus, it had some of the hardest bosses I've ever fought. To earn the platinum trophy, we're gonna have to track down 31 bounties, beat over 30 bosses, find over 100 collectibles, and hunt down every single one of the Yotei 6. This game had some demons, bro. Let me show you everything I had to do to earn Ghost of Yotei's platinum on lethal. Ghost of Yotei takes place over 300 years after the events of Ghost of Tsushima, so obviously we're getting all new characters with a brand new story. We play as Atsu and get an absolutely brutal opening cutscene of our house being burned and our parents being murdered. All thanks to this big bad guy named Lord Saito. Him and his gang make up the Yotei 6, and they spear us to this tree and leave us for dead. But somehow, due to the same main character energy that Jin had in Tsushima, we survived and ran away from our homeland. We trained for 16 years before returning to our homeland of Ezo with the sole intent of tracking down every member of the Yotei 6 and slaughtering them. We write all of their names on our sash before going after the very first member, the Snake. We track him down to this village, finally getting into the gameplay and getting our introduction to lethal difficulty. Hold on to block. Heal. And I have died. Oh man, this is gonna be tough. It doesn't take long for our first death in this game. I did make a death counter for this playthrough, and it quickly adds up throughout this journey. I need you to comment right now if you think we're gonna get over or under 500 deaths by the time we get this platinum trophy. Do it right now. Anyway, after finally clearing through the ads, we get our first boss fight of the game. Literally 10 minutes into this game, we already got a boss, bro. Let's do this. Oh, need more spirit to heal. I fear I am dead. I am so freaking locked right now. Oh. Uppies. Got 3 right now. Shoot, okay. Oh, he's got a gun. Oh! Mikage saves the day. She's our wolf companion who's going to appear a lot throughout this game. Absolutely clutch save from her, and it gives us the final push we need to reach the end of the boss fight and trigger our first trophy of the game. So low.
You should have stayed dead.
Am I? No. Oh. I think, hopefully we got it. Oh. This game has a lot of parallels to Ghost of Tsushima, including the intro. Despite taking a sword to the tummy, the plot armor is strong, and we get back to our feet, making the villagers whisper to each other, wondering if we're a ghost. We cross out the snake's name on our sash with blood, cleaning our blade, and ride away, catapulting us into the world we're going to be spending the next 44 hours in. I'm sure that it will be by far the easiest of the 6. Oh, come on, bro. Are we so for real? Look at the mountain, or like the volcano in the back. Oh, yeah, this is game of the year. This is game of the year. Holy, we're going to jump off this rock. Never mind. That'd be too dramatic. Oh, my gosh, bro. Absolute cinema. If that doesn't get you hyped, I have no idea what will. It's such a banger opening. The first thing we do is ride back to our home, where we get a lot of flashback memories of ourselves as a kid. We play our shamisen with our mom, learn to forge weapons with our dad, and we get some combat practice in with our brother. After this, the entire world opens up, and it gives us a lot of options to explore. The early part of this game was all about getting used to the combat and unlocking some early simple trophies. When you're exploring the open world, you can choose to camp at any time, which refreshes your spirit and can give you different benefits. You can relax and play your shamisen when doing this, and when I tested it out, I popped trophy number 2. We get some more combat practice, freeing this little village from Saito's men, giving us some vendors that we can buy armor and weapons from. But now we get to the most important part of the entire game, selecting our horse. We go with Old Faithful, name them Mochizuki, and earn our 3rd trophy of the game for naming our horse before finding some inappropriate activities. I'm hoping that this will increase our health, just like Ghost of Tsushima, but then I want to go and look for that charm. Whoa! Whoa! Hey! Hey, yo! Just looking at it, I forgot that that happened in Ghost of Tsushima. After that spicy sequence, I decided to hunt down one of the old sword masters in the area who wields the dual katana. He gives us some good training while we learn more about our backstory from the day that Saito killed our family. We found him while we were out with Jubei and unknowingly brought him to our home for dinner, and we feel 100% guilty for the death of our parents, even though we were just a kid and didn't know any better. It's a cool mission to get some backstory, plus we unlocked the dual katana fighting stance, so it's pretty sweet. This game has a ton of side stuff to do, which is absolutely amazing. The world is breathtaking, and I loved having a variety of things to do while exploring all of Ezo. I won't throw everything I did in this video, or it would be like 12 hours long, but if you want to check it out, it's over on the BasiliskPlats YouTube channel. I'll throw a link down in the description if you want to watch the full playthrough. Just know that I spent a lot of time dying in this early game. I hunted some early bounties, and these fights on lethal are no joke, bro. Holy smokes, brother. Dude, I'm pressing the parry button. This is so dumb. After crossing the 50 death count, I found this wolf den where Lord Saito's men are apparently trying to kill all of the wolves in the area. We follow one to a camp with some captured wolves, and it leads to this confrontation where we team up with the wolf for this cool little duo standoff and pop trophy number 4. Back to the main quest, I decided to scale Mount Yotei, the tallest place in Ezo, helping us reconnect with our parents. We make it to the summit and find a shrine with charms from both of our parents. Not only is this big because we pop trophy number 5, but these charms are both super strong and they will help us in our journey. Before continuing the main story, I played this fun mini game you can do in bars where you flick coins and try to hit other coins to score points. After crushing this chump, I earned a charm from him and another trophy, baby. Let's go. We're cooking. It's time to go after the Yotei 6, though. Up next on our list after the snake is the Oni, Lord Saito's elite sword master. He's captured one of the major castles in Ezo, and to access that region, we have to go through a checkpoint guarded by the local militia clan Matsumai. These are the good guys samurai in the world, led by this guy named Lord Kitamori, and after letting us through the checkpoint, we instantly get ambushed by the Oni's men. We clear him out, and Kitamori recruits us again to help him track down some of his men, so we set off on a mission, just the two of us. We get some good dialogue here about how the Matsumai are getting slammed in this war, and they feel like they're on their back foot against the Oni. We see this by the time we catch up with the reinforcements. It's way too late, and the Oni's men have burned the Matsumai to a crisp. We barge in and clear out the bad guys, but Kitamori still feels the loss heavily and buries the men while we scout ahead and cook some food, afterwards getting one of the biggest revelations of the entire game.
Where did you get that sword?
Off a dead man.
Don't lie to me.
He was my father's.
He reminds me of Jonathan from Stranger Things. Anybody know who I'm talking about? Like the fate, like the character model?
Atsu. It's me.
That's not our brother.
I don't recognize your own brother.
Oh! Our big bro is alive, man. Good for him. There's still a lot of pain there, though, because we waited for him after burying our parents and he never returned. So there's definitely a long road back to reconciliation between the two of us. On the bright side, we pop trophy number 7 and have another ally to help battle the Oni's army. Unfortunately, we get another hiccup because the commander of the Matsumai army, aka our brother's boss man, does not like us and thinks that we are a dishonorable samurai, plus woman, plus ratio. He tells us never to come back and to leave the fight to the Matsumai. Jubei sneakily gives us some parting advice on where to look to continue our hunt, and we officially unlock a new region of Ezo called Ishikari Plain. Ooh, pretty reds though. Oh my goodness. Gosh, dude, like, come on. Like, come on, dude. It's absolute cinema. Just like the first region of the game, Ishikari Plains has tons for us to do, most of which we'll have to do for the Platinum Trophy. We find a throwable weapon in the form of a Scorch Bomb and pop a trophy for killing someone by burning the grass that they're in with a bomb. The woman that gives us Scorch Bombs has a couple missions that we can do to help her out. They're super easy, and after taking down all of her ops, she rewards us with a succulent trophy. I really wish I had time to showcase everything this game had to offer, man. Everything in Yotei is so beautiful. The gameplay is super satisfying. terrifying. It's just really easy to sink time exploring Ezo and leveling up our character with hot springs, altars where we can learn different abilities, and do side quests for extra cash. We don't got time for all that though. Eventually, we check out the lead that Jubei sent us and we team up with him to chase after a bounty for this guy named the Mad Goro. Apparently, this guy stole the Oni's musket, and if we track him down and grab it, we can bring it to the Oni as a fake peace offering before killing him. Unfortunately, this Mad Goro guy is an absolute sharpshooter with the musket, so we gotta do a little tag team effort where Jubei distracts him while we sneak up on him. It leads to a pretty easy boss fight where we're able to secure the W and earn ourselves the musket. Goro begs us not to kill him, saying he knows secrets about the Oni's operations and that he has essential information. Jubei bites and decides to take him back to Clan Matsumai, which means that we don't get the musket, which shatters our entire plan to infiltrate the Oni's quarters. This kind of furthers the wedge between us and Jubei because we are completely committed to killing the Yotei 6, whereas Jubei cares more about helping his people and winning the war. We end this mission on pretty bad terms, but in between missions, I was liberating this village and I triggered this wolf strike ability with this empty sake jar. Once the wolf took down the baddie, we popped trophy number 10 for getting the attack. I also tracked down another weapons master in this region. This guy teaches us how to use the Yari, basically this long spear, and we get a fun mission learning the moveset with it before unlocking it as our third weapon stance of the game. Back at the main story, we meet back up with Jubei, who stole the musket and brought it to us, and we devise a plan to earn an audience with the Oni. We bind Jubei and bring him up to the Oni's castle, demanding a personal audience with the Oni to claim our reward. This gets us through the front door where we meet the absolute behemoth of a man. Unfortunately, we get separated from Jubei. He gets taken over to the prisons alongside the other Matsumai soldiers that have been captured. We walk with the Oni to his private quarters where he returns the musket and discusses our reward, but we notice a sheath nearby that triggers a terrible memory. It's the same sheath our father had for his sword the night that the Oni put a sword through his chest and killed him. We reject the gold reward and ask for this, which the Oni honors, even though it kind of seems like a dumb thing to do. Like, isn't this just straight up telling him who we are? I don't know. Anyway, now it's time to break Jubei out of prison. We notice that the warden has the keys, so we force him into this little skirmish inside the sparring ring, and this fight was torture. You guys got no weapon. I was saying you can still grab. And I just die. I just die. Shoot. What the? That was so quick. It was so quick. Gosh, bro, I just don't have time. Frick me, this is so hard. I can res. I can res. How are you not dead? Yes, yes! Finally, we take him down and slip the keys from him while helping him up. We wait till nighttime and make our way to free Jubei. This mission was actually pretty fun. It was nice and stealthy. After that brutal boss fight, it was cool to have a section that relied more on stealth than it did combat. It was just a good change of pace. We make it to Jubei and have another conflict of interest. Atsu wants to go after the Oni in his castle, whereas Jubei wants to free his men and escape now. We compromise and decide to kill the Oni and then circle back for the prisoners, but when we sneak into his quarters, he's already there expecting this trap from us. This leads to a dramatic escape from the castle as the entire base tries to kill us and Jubei. We're able to evade everyone though and make it out alive. Again though, this really deepens the divide between us. Atsu instantly tries to figure out the next plan of attack to kill the Oni, while Jubei is angry with us because of all the prisoners we could have saved tonight.
We could have saved dozens of innocent lives tonight. But you chose death.
I chose to avenge our father.
Our father would want us to fight for the living! Not sacrifice them for revenge!
Our family was murdered, and all you care about is playing samurai.
Team Jubei, bro. I'm Team Jubei here.
Where are you going?
You once said we were strangers because of the Oni and the Yotei 6. You were right. I don't know you. And I don't think I want to.
God-wrenching stuff in this game, man. Shout out to the voice actors. Y'all absolutely killed it with this role. Since we're obviously not doing enough devious things, we decide to sneak into the Matsumai camp to interrogate Mad Goro in the prisoner's cells. We decide to let him out if he tells us about a secret entrance into the Oni's castle. Unfortunately, Jubei catches us, but then it all hits the fan when the Oni's raiders end up attacking our camp. This is an absolutely insane battle with tons of casualties. The bad guys completely destroy the stronghold the Matsumai had with this camp, and as we're trying to hold down a main bridge, the Oni himself steps in to make some power moves.
Oni, let's finish this as warriors.
Warriors?
I feel like he's gonna shoot our brother.
I see only children. Children too weak to save their father or themselves. Fire!
Yeah, this is gonna blow up the bridge. Jubei is devastated that the bridge was destroyed along with his men because that camp was their main plan of attack to eventually overthrow the Oni's soldiers. We get some good dialogue though, full of apologies and good reconciliation before we wrap up the mission. Just before our final confrontation with the Oni, I wrapped up more stuff in the Ishikari Plains and popped multiple really quick trophies. The first one was for disarming an enemy and then killing him with that same weapon. This was probably one of my favorite features that got added to Yotei. This felt so satisfying. We popped trophy number 12 for using our own Ryo's Howl on 20 enemies and a 13th trophy for collecting 10 full jars of sake. Now it's time for that end game with the Oni. We meet up with Jubei, who has a lead on Mad Goro. Apparently he's pretending to be some monk at the top of a mountain. We track him down and he swears that he's a changed man, no longer a criminal, and convinces us to leave him alone, rewarding us with the location of a secret entrance to the Oni's castle. We sneak into the fortress, ambushing some soldiers and fighting a bunch of Matsumai prisoners. Jubei helps rally the troops and lead a charge to take back the castle for our homeland and hunt down the Oni. This was a really fun mission. I'm always a big fan of these like giant battles where you're just in the midst of absolute chaos trying to kill everybody on the other side. Eventually we decide to split off. Jubei wants to support his soldiers and get them out of there, but we are dead set on hunting down the Oni, so we go our separate ways. I had fought a lot of other bosses before this point, hunting down bounties and stuff like that, so I was decently prepared for this fight against the Oni, but it was still brutal as we try and conquer the second of the Yotei 6. Oh, I just realized I have the dual katana out right now. I don't really mind that. Ooh, that's it. Okay. Hey, not a bad first run. I'm feeling much better. He has a couple attacks like that do it. Yeah, I don't know how to dodge that. Yes. Yes, dude. Yes, dude. Let's go. Oh. No, I couldn't dodge that. Yeah. I was gonna say, it didn't let me move. I tried to dodge. You gotta believe me. You gotta believe me. Oh, baby, it's a phase 2. Question is it a checkpoint of a phase 2? You know what I'm saying? Like, is this a checkpoint now? Mask off. Oh, we are in fuego.
There's the face I remember.
What is happening? Okay, not for the count. Holy, that was so fast. Smoke. He's so, I went for the stagger.
I will pin you to that damn tree again and make your brother watch.
I can't see, dude. I can't. Had a little too much sake during this fight, methinks. Shoot. Okay. I could feel that was too early. Dang it, dude. I'm trying to get that perfect parry when he does that, but I just can't. It's frustrating. Oh my, that always makes me want to cry, bro. Thank you. It's like it gives it to me as like an apology. Right after I feel like I get that parry, dude. That's so frustrating. Shoot, bro. Stay locked in. We are going to get drunk, though. What is happening? Yo, soy drunk. Soy drunk. Wait. Oh! 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 Finally, we take down the Oni and team up with Jubei to separate his head from his body, eliminating a third of our sworn enemies and earning a humble bronze trophy for killing the Oni. After this, we get a cutscene with Lord Saito talking to his two sons who go by the Dragon and the Spider, basically telling them to step up since their homies are getting murked. These guys are awesome, but we'll come back to them later. It's really hard to describe just how much there is to do in this game and how massive the world is. I really am cutting so much out of it in this video, but I spent hours going around, killing random Ronins, trying to kill us for a bounty, hunting bounties ourselves to earn coins, liberating villages captured by Lord Saito. While exploring more and more of Ezo, I knocked this guy out to interrogate him for some info on the Yotei 6. Apparently, he was the 10th guy that we've interrogated, and we popped a trophy for it. Before going after the next member of the Yotei 6, I found another sword master who teaches us the way of the Odachi. This is a gigantic sword that is a slow but powerful weapon, really useful for cutting down some big boys. We get ambushed and get some good target practice with it before we add another fighting style to our repertoire. The hardest trophy in this game is for taking down the hardest boss in this game, and to get to that boss, we have to find these disciples of Takizo to prove that we're worthy of an audience with him. After taking down these disciples, we find Takizo, and this guy is just raw aura. Dude's got a tree absolutely stuffed full of the names of every single person he has dueled and killed. Like, come on! He leads us down to a dueling arena while he explains that he's been constantly looking for a good death at the hand of someone who can rival his skill. Again, I don't know what I was thinking doing this on lethal. He breathes on me and I feel like I die. This fight was rough. And I'm just dead. Don't mind this. There's no way you're not giving me that block. It is so hard to read this game, dude. It's so hard. Oh, that makes me so... Oh my gosh! We're gonna get drunk.
Every move you make, I've seen before.
Guess I'll have to improvise.
Wait. Duel/learn costs 1 spirit. Apparently, fighting Takizo helped us learn a new technique, and he's impressed that we almost killed him. He tells us to meet him at the top of the world once we have found all 5 of his charms, and we can have a rematch that is truly to the death. Yeah, that wasn't even his final form, man. This guy is tough. Turns out I already had all the charms that we needed, though, so we meet Takizo at the peak of Mount Yotei to officially have a duel to the death. 1 or 2 hits, and we will die. We just gotta be patient. We gotta learn. He's got... Holy smokes, and we are dead. We can res, which is big. I think we want the Yari when he's got... wow, yeah, this is just a 1-hit kill. If he's got 2, I think I want to... Okay, and there's death number 1. We did not even do that much damage. Dude, this is a 1-hit... Oh, we're still alive. Never mind. It's not a 1-hit kill, but I am disarmed. And now we are dead. Yeah, we are not killing this guy. After 12 attempts where I did basically no damage and just insta-died, I decided that this would be more of a final trophy type of activity, so we will come back to this dude. I went back to the Odachi Master and helped him fight off some more baddies as they launched an attack on his camp. Clearing them out finishes the storyline for Master Yoshida and earns us a silver trophy for completing the way of the Odachi. Meanwhile, Lord Saito has a stronghold in the corner of the map, and we get a really fun mission where we sneak our way in through the camp to try and kill him. Way too early in the game. Surely we don't actually have a confrontation with him, right? But I don't know. That button says assassinate. We should probably just press it so that we can roll the credits.
Walk with me.
What? Dude, this is too cold. He's gonna like let us walk out of here.
Has not been kind to you, has it, little wolf?
Don't call me that.
A sword. The Shogun would say, a wolf cannot be tamed. He may be right. But I'm still tempted to try.
Gosh, dude, I don't want to fight this guy. He's got, I think it's called the pole arm, so it's good to have the dual katanas here. And we are dead. Very cool.
Such a waste.
That is just brutal. Gosh, dude, that's such a quick attack. Yes, like that. I do that every... I'm doing this every time. I'm doing that exact thing every time.
Draw your katana.
But I feel like
Would
it's...
not be fair to you, and would belittle me as a warrior. My lord, your technique is familiar. How is Hanbei?
Alive.
Running like a cow.
Oh! Give it to me! Oh, please! Finally, we reach the end of the fight, which sadly gets interrupted because of the Matsumai attack. Dual Katana Man comes to the rescue and gets us out, but of course, Saito gets away and we'll have to keep churning through the Yotei 6 until we can find him again. And that's exactly what we do. The only way to unlock the next region of this world is to take this ferry led by this woman named Huchi. She brings us to the Neoro Wilds and invites us to her village if we want to do some more side quest goodness. Before we do that though, I picked up this altar of reflection close by so we could upgrade Atsu. It's the 30th one that I found in the world and we earn another silver trophy for it. Huchi is awesome. She leads us on this side quest where we free a bear cub trapped under some rocks. We take it to the village and basically decide it's going to be the local mascot and they'll raise it on their own. I don't know if it's a great idea to keep a bear as a pet, but they give us a bronze trophy for it, so I guess we'll keep it under wraps for now. It gets pretty chilly as we push north through this new region and we end up getting ambushed by some baddies. We take them down and are rewarded by the next member of the Yotei 6, the Kitsune. Our fight doesn't even happen though. We get throwing knifed like the good old COD days and start absolutely tripping. We get a flashback about how the Kitsune was there holding us back while the Yotei 6 killed our mother, and when we come to, the Kitsune is gone and we vow to kill him. On the bright side, we get a beautiful new snowy region to explore called Teshio Ridge. Immediately, we indulge our inner gambling addict and beat some soldiers out of some coins by being a better flicker than them. Must be all that Rocket League training, man. I don't know. While we're there, this musician starts playing a beautiful song. It takes us back to the songs our mom used to play for us, but we are abruptly taken out of it as some of the guys there catcall Oyuki and stir some trouble. We give him a knuckle Sammy and put him in their place before Oyuki meets us outside. To thank us, she gives us some leads on the Kitsune after hearing that we were asking around for him. He leads a group called the Nine Tails, who have taken over a bunch of villages in the area, just like the Oni did. We get to learn a lot about Oyuki as we stake out an area the Nine Tails tend to hang out at a lot. Oyuki is a traveling musician who claims that the Kitsune took something from her and she refuses to leave Teshio Ridge until she gets it back. The Kitsune questline is probably my second favorite part of the game. We track the Nine Tails to a new location and get hit with a puzzle. This region is full of puzzles and I am a big puzzle guy. I almost have that Blueprints Platinum, bro. I'm so freaking close. Eventually, we get to a Nine Tails hideout where we find a coded cipher that they use to label different doors and passages. This cipher is our best friend in Teshio Ridge because it helps us figure out the solutions to a bunch of random riddles scattered throughout the region. Oyuki is also a really good companion for this storyline. She accompanies us on almost every main mission as we follow lead after lead, solving puzzles and killing Nine-Tailed bandits, all while building a really solid friendship with Oyuki. During this questline, I took a quick detour at one point with the Yari weapons master. We do a mission with him, taking down some baddies just like we did with the Odachi guy, and we earn another trophy for completing the Way of the Yari. Finally, we get a really good lead with Oyuki and stumble upon the Kitsune's stronghold just as the Matsumai army also find them and launch an attack. Oyuki's not much of a fighter, so we go on alone and fight our way through the Nine Tails, eventually chasing down the Kitsune to confront him.
I don't expect you to remember me. I was a child. But my mother... You should remember her.
I hate this dude. I have no spirit. I don't want to fight here right now.
Curious.
Let's lock in. We're gonna take... Yep, no spirit. We are just dead.
You don't even know who you're fighting. Anyone can wear a mask. Did you think I was the first Kitsune?
I think you're a liar and a coward.
Wait, I think I got poisoned. Wait, I think this is lore. I think this is lore. We don't kill the Kitsune, but we do get jabbed again with another frickin' poison dart, bro. Someone needs to nerf that attack. Just as we're about to die, Oyuki comes in and saves us with a new weapon right before we pass out. She helps us get away as we keep tripping and get another glimpse of the night our parents died. Little thumb rub. She's comforting us.
Bring her to me.
Oh, she's not gonna do that.
Run. Oh, it's so cool. You never asked why I was after the Kitsune. because you were there.
Ah, what a twist, bro. I did not see this coming at all, and I was very here for it. Oyuki gave us the antidote, but we're still paralyzed as it's making its way through our system. We are big tilted at Oyuki. Despite her saving us, all we want to do is kill her for being part of that night and being a part of the murder. She tells us to meet back up with her once we're able to walk, and she will explain everything. First, we let off some steam by doing a ton of cleanup in the ridge. A new region means a new weapons master to meet up with. This guy teaches us how to use the Kusarigama, a super interesting weapon that's like a ball and a chain and a scythe combined type weapon that a lot of the Ninetales use. We take down some baddies as practice and unlock our final melee weapon of the game, which pops trophy at number 20. Man, look at us go. We're doing so good. Right after this, I disarmed an enemy. This upgraded one of my charms, and we popped trophy 21 for upgrading 10 charms. Now we're ready to track down Oyuki. We find her in this gravesite, and she begs us to listen to her explain, but all we see is red, and it leads to a boss fight. This fight is super easy and uneventful. Finally, Oyuki taps out and swears that she wants to take Saito down, and she can show us how to resist the Kitsune's poison in order to kill him. She wants to build some trust, so she shows us how to listen and track for enemies while we're exploring. We get to test this out on a nearby Ninetales hideout and use a Kusarigama assassination on an enemy, earning the Owl's Talon trophy. Oyuki also gives us a lot of good lore during this mission, talking about how she essentially got trapped under the wing of Saito, and when she chose to save us that night, instead of delivering us over to Saito, she decided to commit the rest of her life towards being a different, better person. Everyone loves a good redemption story, right? She takes us back to the gravesite to train us on poison resistance, and we get another cool fight scene as she explains how we have to deal with our past to let go of the fear that the poison uses to destroy us. Everything leads to this moment with Oyuki on her knees and at our mercy. We overcome the rage within us and choose to forgive her, crossing out the Kitsune's name off our sash and choosing to let her live. This gives us yet another trophy, but we still gotta take down the Kitsune if we want to get to Lord Saito. First though, we go back to the Kusarigama master. He basically has us help him kill his evil grandson. Super long story, I know, it's super sad, all that stuff, but easy peasy. We take him down and earn a trophy for finishing the way of the Kusarigama. 24 trophies in, and we are absolutely cooking, bro. If you are enjoying this video, please take 2 seconds to hit that subscribe button and let me know in the comments if you have any good or bad thoughts, or if there are any other videos you want to see on the channel. I'm working hard on the other side of your screen to bring you videos like these so I can feed my dog and my family, so any feedback from you is greatly appreciated. Anyway, doing some cleanup stuff, I found this woman named Hana who has some farms that she asks us to protect. We also get the kunai throwables from her, which were absolutely goated in Ghost of Tsushima. We basically go around and kill a ton of bad guys here. This is kind of around the point where I felt like the game was getting a little repetitive. The combat is really fun, but it started to feel like each mission was like, go here, fight bad guys, get reward. Go here, fight bad guys, get reward. And it was just starting to feel a little redundant for me. We still got a trophy for helping Hana, so W's in the chat, I guess. But now we take down the Kitsune. We meet back up with Oyuki at the original inn where we met her. It turns out the new Kitsune got some payback for Oyuki getting in his way and killing us, and he decided to kill everyone in the inn, completely trashing the place. We find a way to track him, leading to a hideout where we use the cipher to infiltrate the lair and push through a bunch of baddies with Oyuki. We finally meet up with the boss man, but he has a ton of backup with him. Oyuki goes to keep them busy while we get the 1v1 against the Kitsune to try and eliminate half of the Yotei 6. Oh, not a bad first round. Oh,
Just like we trained on. Found you.
I don't know what to do about that though. Okay.
Enough of this.
Stop hiding and fight. He's running.
Oh, it's a...
Come on.
Oh! We force the Kitsune to run away, but this time when we track him down, we get assistance from Oyuki for that second phase. That made this part infinitely easier than the first. It's even a little anticlimactic, but we finally kill the Kitsune. Oyuki is really grateful to finally do some good. She is a permanent ally for us, and we tell her to meet back up at our old home where we'll game plan the next steps to take down Saito. Trophy 26 in the bag, and get yet another cutscene with Lord Saito and his kiddos, the spider and the dragon, going back and forth about how everyone else is dead. Saito is obviously unhappy. He demands that they all stay the course as he tries to take over the island, but it's just those 3 left alive, and we are hot on their heels. I couldn't wait to keep going with the main story, so I went straight home where Jubei is actually waiting for us at the tree that burned down. We reminisce a little bit, getting a flashback to that night of us as kids, but this time we see the brothers show up and shoot Jubei point blank as he tries to run away. Obviously a lot of trauma, but we're talking about it. We're reconciling as a family, which we love to see. Jubei acts like he's about to drop a big secret when Oyuki suddenly shows up to join us. We explain how she was the Kitsune, but now she's on our side, but Jubei feels the same exact rage that we felt since she was involved in killing our parents. Nothing happens here, but he storms off and makes it very clear he does not trust her at all. Pretty reasonable reaction, I feel like. Anyway, right by our home is the gate to the southern region of the map, which is where we're going after the spider and the dragon. We see a massacre on the other side as a bunch of Matsumai soldiers were killed. We meet up with the remnants of the army and charge into another huge battle against Saito's men. I've said it before, but these are some of my favorite missions in the game, just charging into battle with hundreds of other people. It's just absolute chaos, cutting everyone down. The combat really thrives in moments like these where I just feel like an elite samurai just popping off. After butchering a ton of baddies, the three of us come up on a hostage situation where Saito's men are about to kill some prisoners that they've captured. Jubei seems insanely protective of one of them and has us cover him with a rifle while he goes out there to cause a distraction. We officially get a Glock as a new ranged weapon, earning trophy 27 for finally collecting all the ranged weapons, and get to go to town causing chaos with the blicky. We're blowing up barrels, we're tapping heads. It's everything you'd want from a sword fighting samurai game. After killing everyone, Jubei sprints to someone named Kiku, who turns out to be his daughter. What? Atsu's an aunt? More like Antsu, am I right? Anyway, this mission officially opens up the final region of the game, the Oshima Coast. This region has a matchlock, basically an arms dealer in the area. We do a mission for him, hunting down someone that hurt him, and as a reward, we get a quick-fire pistol to go along with our longer rifle. This is our final quick-fire weapon of the game, and we pop yet another trophy as we're finally starting to collect every possible weapon in the game. Something I love about this questline with the brothers, and why this is probably my favorite quest in the game, is because it is just constant action. I mean, immediately after this gigantic army versus army battle, we go on another raid at this lighthouse because we caught wind that one of the brothers were there. With the Oni and the Kitsune, it felt a lot more slower paced, but this was just go, 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 and it was extremely fun getting thrown right into essentially the end game of Ghost of Yotei. We fight our way to the lighthouse and chase down the dragon as he climbs to the very top to try and escape. I have no idea how to explain what happens here, but we get to the top of this super tall lighthouse and the dragon headbutts us and just jumps clean off the top. We rappel down and suddenly the dragon ship is just sailing away because he's on board now. This is by far the cheesiest part of the game that made zero sense to me, but we just gotta move on. I cleared out a nearby stronghold for some side content after this and got a cosmetic piece as a reward. This was the 30th item I've gotten in the game, so we sniped trophy 29 as a result. Now that we've unlocked all the regions in the world, I've finally been able to loot every type of resource in the game, which means back at our home, I can use our father's forge to upgrade our main wolf blade. This is really important because we need every perk we can get on lethal difficulty, but we also get a cool trophy honoring our father and also knocking back 30 trophies in our playthrough. Back to the main story, Oyuki did some digging and found out that the spider is camping out at a big camp with a big chunk of his army. We decided to go stealth mode for this mission, leaving Jubei behind to go incognito with Oyuki. As we arrive to the estate though, we run into Jubei's daughter Kiku, who tells us that she can help us sneak into the compound. We try to tell her that it's too dangerous and she needs to go home, but she's stubborn, just like her dad, and leads the way towards this secret path she knows about. It takes us to this little doggy door we can get inside, but we convince her to wait outside while we go in, hoping that she won't follow us and get herself into trouble. Now that we're inside, we get another fun stealth mission where we assassinate enemies and maneuver our way through the compound. This part isn't too bad. Eventually, we come up on this massive tent where all of the women stay and prepare for performances that they put on for the spider and his men. We convince one of the performers to let us take their spot and use it as an opportunity to get in close to the spider. Before we go through, Oyuki reminds us that our goal is to capture the spider, not to kill him. We want to use him as bait to capture the dragon as well, and we really cannot afford to kill him. We barge into the area, ready to 1v20 all of the guys as we unlock an insane new move called the Ghost Stance. If you've played Tsushima, you know how insane and OP this moveset is, bro. We activate it and just one tap 3 enemies back to back to back. It's absolute carnage out here as we cut through enemies while also fighting the spider at the same time. Finally, we get him low enough, practicing great restraint and letting Oyuki take him away as a prisoner instead of killing him. But we definitely scar Kiku for life. As we're leaving, she sees us drenched in blood and knows that we definitely murked like 100 guys back in the compound. But hey, we pop another trophy for completing the mission, and we've captured one of the brothers, man. Good progress. Before we lure out the dragon by using his brother, Kiku asks for some weapons training because she wants to be warriors like us. This gives us a really sweet mission where the 4 of us tag along and teach Kiku all sorts of things so that she can grow into a fierce warrior. This mission is extremely important because it really starts to show Atsu that there's more to live for than just avenging her old family, right? That she's got like a new family to live for. All she's wanted this entire time was to avenge her family, but spending all this time with the 3 other members shows us that we have a new family now that needs our protection. I'm yapping a lot about this mission, but it really was one of my favorites, especially for being a zero combat mission. It was really, really huge for developing Atsu's character in this story. But the next day, it's time to lock in and kill the brothers. We walk the spider out to this huge public public execution where we're hoping the dragon will show up and ambush us to attempt and rescue his brother. The plan works, but it works a little too well for us because not only does the dragon come, but Lord Saito comes too with his entire cavalry, ships by sea and soldiers by land. Jubei retreats with his soldiers to defend the castle and Kiku, but as we turn to follow him, we have other plans.
We have to go.
Running from a fight?
Oh. Ah! Sorry. My dog just looked at me like, bro, are you okay?
Kill her.
Atsu, Kiku is in danger. I need your help.
Saito is here.
Your niece could die.
I can't.
Oh, no way. This scene seriously wrecked me, bro. Having Atsu abandon her family to choose vengeance was just gut-wrenching, bro. Especially Kiku, like she's abandoning Kiku for just revenge. It was just such a step back. On the bright side, we get a fun boss fight against both brothers. And I say it was a fun fight, but this felt like the glitchiest fight in the game. It was so freaking annoying. Gotta watch for the brother here. Gotta watch for the brother.
Shoot now, Spider.
That's fair. I can shoot too. Get him!
This will be the end of the Onyo and her brother.
Dude, that is so quick. Oh my goodness, that is so quick. Dude, I don't even know if oh my gosh. I like this. I like what we're doing with this dual katana right now. I tell you what. Get him! No. I can res. Insta fire here. No! So close! No, dodge! I told him to dodge. It's okay. Why am I in photo mode? Drink the sake! Why am I not drinking the sake? What is happening? What is going? What? I don't know. I had sake and we didn't drink it. I feel like I was getting scammed almost every attempt in this fight, but we slaughter the dragon and look his brother in the eye as we mark his name off our sash. Raw aura from Atsu as we pop a trophy for conquering the first brother. We run after the spider to try and kill him as well, but he's able to get away as we run after him, and we come upon the Matsumai castle to see it completely on fire. This is really scary because we don't know if any of our family is in there. Instead of finding out though, we get a cutscene between Saito and the spider. This cutscene is really sad. Saito is obviously a terrible dad, and he makes his son feel really bad for letting his brother die. He orders him to bury his brother and then basically says that he can drink himself to death because he doesn't care about him anymore. Definitely not winning Father of the Year, that's just my opinion. Meanwhile, we decide to go up to the temple to see if anybody escaped, and we run into Kiku. She's obviously safe and sound, but she says that Jubei and Oyuki stayed behind to keep the enemies off of her while she ran away. We promised to go back to save them, but first we gotta get Kiku to safety, so we ride all the way back to our home to give her somewhere safe to hang out before we get back to our mission. Like I've said, there are so many things you can do in this game, and since I don't want this video to be 5 hours long, there is not a ton of side stuff I've included in this game. A lot of them are repeat missions, side bosses to fight as bounties, but I did find one mission that was probably my favorite side quest in the whole game. We follow a rumor to this cave where we see this strange engraving that seems strange to Atsu, but not to us if you've played Ghost of Tsushima. We find a cool sword, but instantly it gets stolen from us after we get ambushed by some Ninetales who have been tailing us. We chase down the Ninetales with the help of this fox who leads the way, and it brings us to this remote spot on the very edge of Ezo, and it is just gorgeous. It's the home of the first shinobi, which is obviously Jin Sakai. We open up the gate to his grave where the group of Ninetales is waiting. They've stolen the Stormblade, and we are the only thing left in their way. We slay their leader and claim the Stormblade for ourselves, earning us the trophy from one ghost to another. We unlock a new ability as well that lets us act all storm-like, just a different fun way to cut people's bodies in half. The storyteller of the game stops by and explains explains essentially the plot of Ghost of Tsushima. It's a great cutscene, and we honor Jin's grave, promising to honor his sacrifice and use his blade well. After this, I tracked down the spider by going to the Saito burial ground, expecting him to be there tending to his brother. We're spot on with this, and we find him speaking at his brother's grave before confronting him, saying that we'll let him go if he tells us where Oyuki and Jubei are. Instead, though, he runs, leading to another big chase where we gotta dodge gunshots trying to track him down. This leads to another boss fight. This one was way easier than the one with his brother. We get him low on health, and he's obviously grief-stricken with his brother and just stops, begging us to just end his life. Instead, we graze his face just enough to get blood to mark his name off of our sash as we tell him that we care more about protecting our new family than we do about avenging our old one. It's enough to earn some respect from the spider, who tells us that he'll bring us to Oyuki and our brother, betraying his father in the process, but this pops a 34th trophy of the game. Not too sure if we can trust him, but we're pretty desperate and we're out of options. We meet up with the spider at this ferry and trust him to navigate us to the secret entrance to his father's fortress. We get a cutscene where Saito is grieving as the last remaining member of the Yotei 6 before he turns and interrogates our homies. They refuse to tell him where Atsu is. Jubei has definitely gained a ton of respect for Oyuki, even though Saito says they're both about to die. Not if we got something to say about it though, man. We make it to the fortress and start stealthing our way to Jubei. This was a pretty long section, but still more of the same, assassinating baddies, 1v10ing like it's nothing, butchering tons of dudes before finally getting to Jubei. It's still not an easy reunion though, because he saw us choose vengeance over helping him protect his daughter. We do have a really good conversation about how we want to be better, and Jubei believes us enough to join us and help us find Oyuki. She's further inside the fortress, which means more fighting, but this time we get our brother in on the action. We have this fun standoff where we get to use our new quickfire pistol. Using it pops trophy 35, man. Come on, 19 more to go. After this fight, we make it to Oyuki. She's way more forgiving than Jubei is, probably because she gets what it's like to try and redeem yourself after making a big mistake. She also overheard the guards saying that Saito is waiting for us where it all began, which is super not good because that is our home and that's where Kiku is. We steal some horses and escape from the compound, but by the time we get home, we're too late.
Oh, my children are gone now.
Saito, please. Please.
My fight is with the ghost. If the rest of you leave,
Deal. Okay.
you can take the child.
We all knew it was going to come down to an intense 1v1. We convince our family to obey Saito and we square up for a 1v1. Super cool moment first though, as we pull out the sash, but instead of marking it off, we throw it in the fire, declaring to not seek out revenge anymore, but instead doing whatever it takes to protect our new family. Love the story of this game, but this boss was like a top 3 hardest boss in the game. It was absolutely brutal. Gosh, dude, I just have no spirit. Okay, the good news is that I'm hoping this is somewhat similar. Whoa, I dodged! Oh, I dodged! No! Oh, that's tragic. Okay, hold on. Can we pop another? I hate how hard it is to pop the sake, bro. I really like the dual katana. There's always that delay. There's always that delay. We just gotta learn the patterns. He's got a pistol? No, bro, the blicky. What is happening? Gosh dang it, bro. Screw the blicky. The blicky is a literal cheat code, man. I'm eventually able to whittle him down before realizing that he's not even trying that hard, and we go katana for katana before he literally one-taps us on his first attack in this new phase. But instead of dying, Jubei swoops in and saves us to bring the fight to a 2-on-1. Of course, though, it's not going to be that easy for the final boss fight. Saito shoves us away and drives his sword through our brother, ending his life and catapulting us into the final phase of the final boss of Ghost of Yotei. Everything about this boss felt impossible. There are so many attacks that are just instant, and you have to memorize every single pattern and have to react immediately. My death tracker was broken for this day, which absolutely sucked, but I had someone in chat track it manually, and it took me over 50 attempts before I was finally able to string together the perfect run against Lord Saito. I'm just getting like no spirit for this, man. Like all of them, I'm just not getting spirit right now.
You are not alone.
Okay. We need to disarm at the end of this. Let's go. Let's fucking go. Come on. Stay on the attack here. We stay on the freaking attack. We stay on the attack. We stay.
For the living.
Oh! Off with his head! Saito gets driven into the tree and impaled just like he did to us 16 years ago. We join our family over by Jubei as he finally passes away and have a really emotional moment where we embrace the scared child we were all those years ago and go to hug our younger self, actually hugging Kiku as she's going through exactly what we did when we were her age. Such good storytelling, man. I love it so much. This probably isn't going to win Game of the Year, but I love this game, bro. Fast forward 6 months later, we're hanging out with Kiku, having a good time, bonding pretty well, and just exploring the woods together. We learned through this conversation that Atsu has completely left her Onryo self behind, no longer caring about being a warrior and doing everything she can just to protect Kiku. We go back home to see Oyuki visiting. Her and Kiku have a little jam sesh while we talk to Jubei before we're joined by our old companion from the start, Mikage. We send the wolf away, telling her that our hunt is over and that we're no longer the Ghost of Yotei. The Onryo finally rests and we pop trophy 36 for beating the game. But obviously there's a lot more to do for that platinum. After the credits, we see Atsu telling Kiku a story, and this is how the game sends us back to Ezo. We go back in time to before we fought Saito as if we're telling Kiku more stories, but this is how we're going to explore the rest of the game and clean up all our trophies. The first cleanup trophy we got was for going to a local village and collecting an offering that the villagers leave for the Onryo. This was the 8th time I had done this, and we popped the Gifts for a Ghost trophy. A lot of the trophies in this end game are for completing all of a certain task. For example, we find the final wolf den in the area, clearing out the camp and freeing another wolf. This completed all of the wolf dens and pops trophy 38. I hunted down the rest of the Yotei 6 outposts, killing everyone in this camp with ease as the Ghost of Yotei. Once we finished this, we popped a silver trophy for clearing all the camps. I haven't mentioned this yet, but the game also has a ton of these mountain reliquaries, I think is what they're called. They're basically puzzles where you turn these statues until they all match where they need to be. After solving the final one in the game, we get another trophy for it. Like I said, man, this game is great, but there is a literal mountain of collectibles if we want that platinum. After this, I found a pretty major side quest that I had missed earlier, so we go down and hunt down this guy who's got some really powerful armor. This is another quest that's got a lot of puzzles in it, but in it we find a bamboo strike, and after we complete it, we earn a trophy for finding every strike, shrine, and hot spring in the game, which there were a lot of. Right after this, we found the boss of the quest, taking him down really easily and earning the armor, popping trophy 42 for finding every piece of armor in the game. I kept cleaning up the world and was really proud of myself because up to this point, I refused to look at the trophy list. I was really curious how many trophies I could earn naturally. I really wanted to just play this game organically and do everything that I could. I didn't want to look at like a guide or a trophy list and ruin my experience that way. This was working up to this point where I'd gotten 43 trophies, but felt like I had completed everything on my map. I swallowed my pride here and finally pulled up the trophy list to help me close out what I was missing. I needed to complete one last bounty that can only be triggered by going to this specific cave and doing a mission. It's a little convoluted, but we're able to pop it, and turning in the bounty as a result gives us a gold trophy for completing all 31 bounties in the game. Now that I knew what the rest of the trophies were, it was time to start being a lot more efficient. I needed to earn a trophy for shoulder charging an enemy off of a cliff, and this was way harder than it sounds. Especially in the end game, there just weren't a lot of natural opportunities to this, but finally I did find a spot and used this poor soldier as we bodied him off a cliff, earning the Sayonara trophy. Getting this trophy made me really glad I looked at the list because I was never doing some of these things if I hadn't looked up the trophies. Like this one, I needed to use my spear to catch one fish in a stream, so we find a local one and spear our future dinner to pop trophy 46. Right after this, I earned another trophy for just messing around in photo mode. This one was super quick and easy. Now we only have a few trophies left. We need to learn every song possible on our shamisen. This basically means going to random places I hadn't been yet and triggering a quest that would give us a new song. I only had a couple to do and they were super easy. We got to enjoy a little jam sesh before popping trophy 48.
I hope you find forgiveness.
Yes! Let's go! All shamisen songs. Another thing I missed in this game was this little archery mini game that these kids are doing where I have to shoot 6 arrows through the hoops and we have to be 100% perfect for a trophy. It took me a few tries. It was actually tougher than I thought it would be, but eventually we slot the arrows and pop another trophy. Up next, I need to track down all of these puzzle boxes in Teshio Ridge. These are at different Ninetail hideouts, and once we find them all, we got to figure out how to open them all. I had a lot of fun trying to solve all these boxes. Once we open the final box, we pop trophy at 50, leaving only 3 left before the platinum. One of them was another easy collectible one. We need to complete every painting in the game. I was only missing a couple, so this was really easy cleanup for trophy 51. The next one was a lot more tedious. Yotei has these locations where you can bow in front of these wooden posts to trigger a fun response from nature. I had found a couple, but we had to bow in front of 10 of these bad boys for a trophy, so I ended up having to look up where these were or I would have lost my mind. It's simple enough though. We bow in front of the 10th post and we earn the Speaking with the Land trophy. Now all that's left is the hardest trophy in the game. It's time to climb back up the peak of Mount Yotei and face down Takezo the Unrivaled. He is all that stands in the way of me and my platinum trophy, but everybody says he's the hardest boss in the game. On the bright side, I was able to upgrade my character so much since the first time we fought, and fighting Saito showed me how useful the dual katanas were in a boss fight that stance is OP. So we prep for the fight and go to face the man we must kill before we can earn the Ghost of Yotei Platinum on lethal difficulty. Oh man, I tried to shoot. Dude, we're taking some ice damage from this too. That's tough. Shoot, dude. Shoot, dude. We're not even doing that much damage too. That's the tough part. Whew.
Do not disappoint.
Dude, I'm just gonna die. My healing is so I'm getting so chilly. I'm getting so cold. Brr! Shoot, that's what I really want to get better at. That was close. He just swung through me, bro. He just keeps going. Shoot. Dang it, dude. That was a good run. There's 400. I really like this start. Holy crap, brother. Settle down. What is happening? I've never seen him attack that many times. That's crazy. And I don't like that I'm not getting a perfect parry there. I really hate that. Shoot, I thought he might do that. I freaking knew it. I gotta be almost out of bullets, right? Yeah, I got 2 left. I'm hoping that this gets a stagger. How is he not staggered, bro? Now it's gonna go away, which is super annoying. Come on! I kind of feel like I can just spam this. I can do it 3 more times. I'm doing it. We're going for broke. No revives. We're going for it. Come on. Yes! Let's go! Oh, my camera. No, my camera. No. I did break my camera, bro. No. Wait, we're back. No. Yes. Let's go. We fixed it. We get unrivaled. And we get the platinum. Legendary Onryo. We finally take Takezo down. I was surprised he didn't kill me more. There were other bosses in this game who technically killed me a lot more than he did, but it felt amazing to get that platinum trophy, man. Ghost of Yotei was everything I wanted it to be in a game. It felt exactly like Ghost of Tsushima. Sucker Punch did a great job keeping what made the first game great with the narrative, the combat, the world. Everything was the same structure, but told in a new story in a new world. I can't recommend this game enough if you're thinking about playing it. By the time I've uploaded this, I think there's even a new game plus mode that will probably be out. I think it's got some more trophies trophies, so I will definitely be giving it another playthrough. If you enjoyed this video, please let me know in the comments and let me know if there are any other videos that you want to see on the channel or games you want to see me platinum. Hit that subscribe button so you don't miss future uploads, but for now, that's all I got for you. I hope you know Jesus loves you, and so do I. Appa and I will see you in the next one.